When I look back at my life, I see a lot of pain and trauma and just brokenness. But past that, I see the Lord's faithfulness in my life through and through. I grew up in the church. I would say that I learned a lot about God and I knew what to say being a church kid, but I didn't really have a relationship with the Lord. When I was 16, my sister invited my cousin and I on a Grand Canyon hiking trip. It was so much fun. My cousin and I stuck together the entire time. And by the time we got down to the bottom, it was just really hot. So my cousin and two other boys wanted to swim across the Colorado River. And I told them I would meet him on the other side. When I looked out at my cousin and the boys, I just remember them screaming for help. And there was just nothing that I could do. So we ended up getting airlifted out of the canyon. The search team continued to look for the boys. At this point, we had no idea where they were at. The ride back home was rough. To go to the Grand Canyon with my cousin and to leave without him was just gut-wrenching. We waited 2 weeks hoping that they would find the boys, hoping for good news, and they ended up finding the boys, but unfortunately it wasn't the news that we wanted to hear. I just remember feeling so angry and mad at God. Like, how could he do this? He has the power to save. He could have saved my cousin and the boys, and he didn't. At this point, I was heavy into my eating disorder, and that eventually turned into me getting into drugs and numbing my pain with pills and whatever I can get a hold of. I would use that to numb the pain. It only led me to a more destructive lifestyle, more hurt, more pain. Ended up going to school in South Carolina, where I eventually got kicked out because I had overdosed and was attempting to take my own life. I immediately got checked into a residential rehab facility where I detoxed, and then I got kicked out for not complying. And then it was just facility after facility after facility. I got arrested and sent to another psych ward. And at that point is when I was just so broken. I was so done with my sin. I remember everything that I had learned in the church growing up. His word did not come back void. I realized that there is an eternal difference between knowing about God and knowing God. In that moment, for the first time, God allowed me to know him. Everything that I had learned came back. Like, God is good. He is kind. He is faithful. He keeps his promises. And even with that, the terrible tragedy, it's like he meant this for good. I couldn't see it in that moment. And even after the Lord saved me, I couldn't see it. But I knew that it was true because he said it. I got up the next morning and I willingly went back to the rehab. And this time it was with a complete heart change, and I wanted to finish the program. I wanted to stay sober, and I wanted recovery. In this year, I am celebrating 15 years of sobriety by God's grace. 15 years later, and I am still new Holly. I am a new creation. This Holly has a family. I have a wonderful husband and two beautiful kids. Broken relationships have been restored. I have an incredible church family who continue to walk alongside me and see the continued change in my life. God promises to restore what has been broken, and He did that for me. He has redeemed my life. He has loved me through it all. He has been my father through it all and has been so, so good to me. If there is one thing that I want you to know is that you are never too far gone. I was angry, addicted, suicidal, shattered. But Jesus saved me. Rehab did not save me. Religion didn't save me. Only Jesus did. It's because of His death on the cross that paid for my sins and His resurrection that gave me a new life.